NLT API Genesis 35 verses 1 to 29. NLT Genesis 35 Jacob's return to Bethel 1. Then God said to Jacob, "Get ready and move to Bethel and settle there. Build an altar there to the God who appeared to you when you fled from your brother Esau." 2. So Jacob told everyone in his household, "Get rid of all your pagan idols, purify yourselves, and put on clean clothing." 3. We are now going to Bethel, where I will build an altar to the God who answered my prayers when I was in distress. He has been with me wherever I have gone. For so they gave Jacob all their pagan idols and earrings, and he buried them under the great tree near Shechem. 5. As they set out, a terror from God spread over the people in all the towns of that area, so no one attacked Jacob's family. 6. Eventually, Jacob and his household arrived at Luz, also called Bethel, in Canaan. 7. Jacob built an altar there and named the place El Bethel, which means God of Bethel, because God had appeared to him there when he was fleeing from his brother Esau. 8. Soon after this, Rebekah's old nurse, Deborah, died. She was buried beneath the oak tree in the valley below Bethel. Ever since, the tree has been called Alon-Bakuth, which means oak of weeping. 9. Now that Jacob had returned from Paddan Aram, God appeared to him again at Bethel. God blessed him. 10. Saying, "Your name is Jacob, but you will not be called Jacob any longer. From now on your name will be Israel." Asterisk 35:10 Jacob sounds like the Hebrew words for heel and deceiver. Israel means God fights. So God renamed him Israel. 11. Then God said, "I am El Shaddai, God Almighty. Be fruitful and multiply. You will become a great nation, even many nations. Kings will be among your descendants." 12. And I will give you the land I once gave to Abraham and Isaac. Yes, I will give it to you and your descendants after you. 13. Then God went up from the place where he had spoken to Jacob. 14. Jacob set up a stone pillar to mark the place where God had spoken to him. Then he poured wine over it as an offering to God and anointed the pillar with olive oil. 15. And Jacob named the place Bethel, which means house of God, because God had spoken to him there. The deaths of Rachel and Isaac. 16. Leaving Bethel, Jacob and his clan moved on toward Ephrath. But Rachel went into labor while they were still some distance away. Her labor pains were intense. 17. After a very hard delivery, the midwife finally exclaimed, "Don't be afraid. You have another son." 18. Rachel was about to die, but with her last breath, she named the baby Benoni, which means son of my sorrow. The baby's father, however, called him Benjamin, which means son of my right hand. 19. So Rachel died and was buried on the way to Ephrath, that is, Bethlehem. 20. Jacob set up a stone monument over Rachel's grave, and it can be seen there to this day. 21. Then Jacob asterisk 35:21 Hebrew Israel. Also in 35:22a. The names Jacob and Israel are often interchanged throughout the Old Testament, referring sometimes to the individual patriarch and sometimes to the nation. Traveled on and camped beyond Migdal-eder. 22. While he was living there, Reuben had intercourse with Bilhah, his father's concubine, and Jacob soon heard about it. These are the names of the 12 sons of Jacob. 23. The sons of Leah were Reuben, Jacob's oldest son, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, and Zebulun. 24. The sons of Rachel were Joseph and Benjamin. 25. The sons of Bilhah, Rachel's servant, were Dan and Naphtali. 26. The sons of Zilpah, Leah's servant, were Gad and Asher. These are the names of the sons who were born to Jacob at Paddan Aram. 27. So Jacob returned to his father, Isaac, in Mamre, which is near Kiriath-arba, now called Hebron, where Abraham and Isaac had both lived as foreigners. 28. Isaac lived for 180 years. 29. Then he breathed his last and died at a ripe old age, joining his ancestors in death. And his sons, Esau and Jacob, buried him. NLT API Genesis 36 verses 1 to 43. NLT Genesis 36 Descendants of Esau 1. This is the account of the descendants of Esau, also known as Edom. 2. Esau married 2 young women from Canaan, Adah, the daughter of Elon the Hittite, and Oholibamah, the daughter of Anna and granddaughter of Zibeon the Hivite. 3. He also married his cousin Basemath, who was the daughter of Ishmael and the sister of Nebaioth. 4. Adah gave birth to a son named Eliphaz for Esau. Basemath gave birth to a son named Ruel. 5. Oholibamah gave birth to sons named Jush, Jalem, and Korah. All these sons were born to Esau in the land of Canaan. 6. Esau took his wives, his children, and his entire household, along with his livestock and cattle, all the wealth he had acquired in the land of Canaan, and moved away from his brother, Jacob. 7. There was not enough land to support them both because of all the livestock and possessions they had acquired. 8. So Esau, also known as Edom, settled in the hill country of Seir. 9. This is the account of Esau's descendants, the Edomites, who lived in the hill country of Seir. 10. These are the names of Esau's sons: Eliphaz, the son of Esau's wife Adah, and Ruel, the son of Esau's wife Basemath. 11. The descendants of Eliphaz were Taman, Omar, Zepho, Gatam, and Kenas. 12. Timnah, the concubine of Esau's son Eliphaz, gave birth to a son named Amalek. These are the descendants of Esau's wife Adah. 13. The descendants of Ruel were Nahath, Zerah, Shammah, and Mizah. These are the descendants of Esau's wife Basemath. 14. Esau also had sons through Oholibamah, the daughter of Anna and granddaughter of Zibeon. Their names were Jush, Jalem, and Korah. 15. These are the descendants of Esau who became the leaders of various clans. The descendants of Esau's oldest son, Eliphaz, became the leaders of the clans of Taman, Omar, Zepho, Kenas. 16. Korah, Gatam, and Amalek. These are the clan leaders in the land of Edom who descended from Eliphaz. All these were descendants of Esau's wife Adah. 17. The descendants of Esau's son Ruel became the leaders of the clans of Nahath, Zerah, Shammah, and Mizah. These are the clan leaders in the land of Edom who descended from Ruel. All these were descendants of Esau's wife Basemath. 18. The descendants of Esau and his wife Oholibamah became the leaders of the clans of Jush, Jalem, and Korah. These are the clan leaders who descended from Esau's wife Oholibamah, the daughter of Anna. 19. These are the clans descended from Esau, also known as Edom, identified by their clan leaders. Original peoples of Edom. 20. These are the names of the tribes that descended from Seir the Horite. They lived in the land of Edom: Lotan, Shobal, Zibeon, Anna. 21. Dishan, Ezer, and Dishon. These were the Horite clan leaders, the descendants of Seir, who lived in the land of Edom. 22. The descendants of Lotan were Hori and Hemam. Lotan's sister was named Timnah. 23. The descendants of Shobal were Alvan, Manahath, Ebal, Shepho, and Onam. 24. The descendants of Zibeon were Aiah and Anna. This is the Anna who discovered the hot springs in the wilderness while he was grazing his father's donkeys. 25. The descendants of Anna were his son, Dishan, and his daughter, Oholibamah. 26. The descendants of Dishan * 36:26 Hebrew Dishon, a variant spelling of Dishan. Compare 36:21, 28. Were Hemdan, Eshban, Ithran, and Karen. 27. The descendants of Ezer were Bilhan, Zavan, and Akan. 28. The descendants of Dishon were Uzi and Aaron. 29. So these were the leaders of the Horite clans: Lotan, Shobal, Zibeon, Anna, 30. Dishan, Ezer, and Dishon. The Horite clans are named after their clan leaders, who lived in the land of Seir. Rulers of Edom. 31. These are the kings who ruled in the land of Edom before any king ruled over the Israelites * 36:31, or before an Israelite king ruled over them. 32. Bela son of Beer, who ruled in Edom from his city of Dinhabah. 33. When Bela died, Jobab son of Zerah from Basra became king in his place. 34. When Jobab died, Husham from the land of the Temanites became king in his place. 35. When Husham died, Hadad son of Bedad became king in his place and ruled from the city of Avith. He was the one who defeated the Midianites in the land of Moab. 36. When Hadad died, Samlah from the city of Misrekah became king in his place. 37. When Samlah died, Shaul from the city of Rehoboth on the river became king in his place. 38 When Shaul died, Baal-Hanan son of Akbor became king in his place. 39 When Baal-Hanan son of Akbor died, Hadad * 36:39, as in some Hebrew manuscripts, Samaritan Pentateuch, and Syriac version. See also 1 Sijar 150. Most Hebrew manuscripts read Hadar, became king in his place and ruled from the city of Pau. His wife was Mehetabel, the daughter of Matred and granddaughter of Mizab. 40 These are the names of the leaders of the clans descended from Esau, who lived in the places named for them: Timnah, Alva, Jetheth, 41 Oholibamah, Elah, Pinion, 42 Kenaz, Taman, Mibzar, 43 Magdiel, and Iram. These are the leaders of the clans of Edom, listed according to their settlements in the land they occupied. They all descended from Esau, the ancestor of the Edomites. NLT API Genesis 37 verses 1 to 36. NLT Genesis 37 Joseph's dreams 1 So Jacob settled again in the land of Canaan, where his father had lived as a foreigner. 2 This is the account of Jacob and his family. When Joseph was 17 years old, he often tended his father's flocks. He worked for his half-brothers, the sons of his father's wives Bilhah and Zilpah. But Joseph reported to his father some of the bad things his brothers were doing. 3 Jacob * 37:3 A Hebrew Israel. Also in 37:13. See note on 35:21. Loved Joseph more than any of his other children because Joseph had been born to him in his old age. So one day Jacob had a special gift made for Joseph, a beautiful robe. * 37:3 be traditionally rendered a coat of many colors. The exact meaning of the Hebrew is uncertain. But his brothers hated Joseph because their father loved him more than the rest of them. They couldn't say a kind word to him. 5 One night Joseph had a dream, and when he told his brothers about it, they hated him more than ever. 6 Listen to this dream, he said. 7 We were out in the field, tying up bundles of grain. Suddenly my bundle stood up, and your bundles all gathered around and bowed low before mine. 8 His brothers responded, So you think you will be our king, do you? Do you actually think you will reign over us? And they hated him all the more because of his dreams and the way he talked about them. 9 Soon Joseph had another dream, and again he told his brothers about it. Listen, I have had another dream, he said. The sun, moon, and 11 stars bowed low before me. 10 This time he told the dream to his father as well as to his brothers, but his father scolded him. What kind of dream is that? He asked. Will your mother and I and your brothers actually come and bow to the ground before you? 11 But while his brothers were jealous of Joseph, his father wondered what the dreams meant. 12 Soon after this, Joseph's brothers went to pasture their father's flocks at Shechem. 13 When they had been gone for some time, Jacob said to Joseph, Your brothers are pasturing the sheep at Shechem. Get ready, and I will send you to them. I'm ready to go, Joseph replied. 14 Go and see how your brothers and the flocks are getting along, Jacob said. Then come back and bring me a report. So Jacob sent him on his way, and Joseph traveled to Shechem from their home in the valley of Hebron. 15 When he arrived there, a man from the area had noticed him wandering around the countryside. What are you looking for? He asked. 16 I'm looking for my brothers, Joseph replied. Do you know where they are pasturing their sheep? 17 Yes, the man told him. They have moved on from here, but I heard them say, Let's go on to Dothan. So Joseph followed his brothers to Dothan and found them there. Joseph sold into slavery. 18 When Joseph's brothers saw him coming, they recognized him in the distance. As he approached, they made plans to kill him. 19 Here comes the dreamer, they said. 20 Come on, let's kill him and throw him into one of these cisterns. We can tell our father, a wild animal has eaten him. Then we'll see what becomes of his dreams. 21 But when Reuben heard of their scheme, he came to Joseph's rescue. Let's not kill him, he said. 22 Why should we shed any blood? Let's just throw him into this empty cistern here in the wilderness. Then he'll die without our laying a hand on him. Reuben was secretly planning to rescue Joseph and return him to his father. 23 So when Joseph arrived, His brothers ripped off the beautiful robe he was wearing. 24 Then they grabbed him and threw him into the cistern. Now the cistern was empty. There was no water in it. 25 Then, just as they were sitting down to eat, they looked up and saw a caravan of camels in the distance coming toward them. It was a group of Ishmaelite traders taking a load of gum, balm, and aromatic resin from Gilead down to Egypt. 26 Judah said to his brothers, "What will we gain by killing our brother? We'd have to cover up the crime. 37:26 Hebrew, cover his blood. 27 Instead of hurting him, let's sell him to those Ishmaelite traders. After all, he is our brother, our own flesh and blood." And his brothers agreed. 28 So when the Ishmaelites, who were Midianite traders, came by, Joseph's brothers pulled him out of the cistern and sold him to them for 20 pieces 37:28 Hebrew 20 shekels, about 8 ounces or 228 grams in weight, of silver, and the traders took him to Egypt. 29 Some time later, Reuben returned to get Joseph out of the cistern. When he discovered that Joseph was missing, he tore his clothes in grief. 30 Then he went back to his brothers and lamented, "The boy is gone. What will I do now?" 31 Then the brothers killed a young goat and dipped Joseph's robe in its blood. 32 They sent the beautiful robe to their father with this message, "Look at what we found. Doesn't this robe belong to your son?" 33 Their father recognized it immediately. "Yes," he said, "it is my son's robe. A wild animal must have eaten him. Joseph has clearly been torn to pieces." 34 Then Jacob tore his clothes and dressed himself in burlap. He mourned deeply for his son for a long time. 35 His family all tried to comfort him, but he refused to be comforted. "I will go to my grave 37:35 Hebrew, go down to Sheol. Mourning for my son," he would say, and then he would weep. 36 Meanwhile, the Midianite traders 37:36 Hebrew the Medanites. The relationship between the Midianites and Medanites is unclear. Compare 37:28. See also 25:2. Arrived in Egypt, where they sold Joseph to Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh, the king of Egypt. Potiphar was captain of the palace guard.